Nicole here with Scout again. We're going to go over that jumping issue. Well, not everybody, but most people with dogs have a problem at some point in time with jumping. Now, it's not her fault that our heads are all the way up here and hers is down here. She just wants to be closer to us. So, how do we let her know that it's not appreciated without pushing her or anything like that? Well, first and foremost, the one thing that would be absolutely horrendous to her is if her owners were not there. The whole point in her jumping on you or trying to be closer to you is because she wants to be with you. She wants you there. Now, the worst thing you could possibly do is take yourself away. Now, she's a pretty good-sized girl. Now, if we had a little dog, a dachshund or chihuahua, little tiny terrier thing, usually, we would tell them, oh, you can just turn your back and ignore them. You can try this in the beginning. However, she can get some pretty good height. And if she wants to give you a hug, I'm sure her nails will scratch and things like that. So even if you're ignoring, maybe it's not nipping the behavior at that point in time, so we can have some other things that we can look to if that does not work. All right, so when we have a situation where we're coming into the house, Scout's extremely excited. She hasn't seen you for the whole day. She can't wait to just cuddle with you and things like that, but she starts jumping. And that point in time, the natural human thing to do would be to push them down. Now, when we push a dog, usually that means that we're playing. So she's probably going to start jumping even more. So we want to avoid pushing. Now, if we come into the house and our hands are crossed like this, she has no hands dangling down by her face or anything like that, and let's say she's getting really excited and she's jumping, I can just turn my back. I do not want to talk to her at that point in time. We want to avoid any kind of communication with her. So, naturally, a person would tell her, oh, it's okay, calm down, you're fine, okay, it's fine. We have a high-pitched voice going on. That alone would initiate excitement. You're already talking to an excited animal. That's going to really increase their excitement. So she's probably level 10, crazy excited, and it's going to be hard to bring her out of that zone. So if you find that ignoring her does not work, simply remove yourself from the room. Now you can do a little practice session. Pretend that you're going out, grab your keys, your bags, head out the door, wait about 10 minutes or less. You can come back inside. She's really excited to see you. She's jumping on you. Ignore her, don't talk to her, and simply leave the room. Remove yourself from her. She is going to wonder what in the world is going on. This is horrible. Okay, so you remove yourself. You can come back inside now. Gauge her reaction. See how excited she is. You can walk back in. If you notice she's still jumping, turn around, go right back out the door. This might take a few tries. However, at that point in time, when you actually enter the room and you find that her energy level went from here to down here and she's no longer jumping and she simply has the wiggles and is wagging a lot and happy to see you, at that point in time, ask her to sit and stay. Now she, can stand up and things like that, but because she's already pretty excitable, we want her to be stationary and in a stay position. Now, if we need to go over stay or do any training with that, be more than happy to do so. But when you have a situation where she's extremely excited, just remember, remove yourself. When you go back in and you find that, she's calm, she's collected, she's not jumping, you can ask her to go to a sit and stay. When she is calm at that point in time, and that sit and stay, only then can she get petted. She cannot receive affection in any other state, any anxious state, any excited state, no affection. She only gets affection when she's calm. And if you want to reward calm behavior at home, my dog is extremely energetic, and it takes a lot of exercise to drain his energy. Now, when he sees people coming over, he gets very excited. But we want to nurture calm behavior. So, if you're not against the whole treat thing, I have a little jar of treats, very small pieces, sitting on my table in my living room. Now when my dog comes in and he's excited, he's underfoot, he's all wiggles, I'm going to ignore him. However, at that point in time when he on his own decides that he's going to lay down, I can, not talking to him at the time, take a treat and treat him. What in the world am I getting this treat for? All I'm doing is laying down. They're going to wonder that immediately. They're really doing nothing but receiving a reward. So it's going to take a little bit of time for him to her to understand that when she's in this calm state of mind, only then she can get rewarded. So that's basically the beginnings of nurturing calm behavior at home. Another option for the jumping is to have 2 leashes. You can have one on her flat collar, one on her flat collar, and you can have another one around her neck. And since she's not a small dog, like I said before, she's a pretty good medium-sized girl, we're going to have the leash that's attached directly to her collar on the ground, and we're going to step on it. This is going to stop her from jumping up, period. She is physically not going to be able to jump up. It's hard to correct a dog when they're in midair, so we're going to prevent the whole situation immediately. So she's going to have the lead attached to her collar, and you can have another one around her neck if you would like to. So when we have her in a situation where maybe she's a little bit jumpy, she's seen someone she can't wait to meet, she's having a hard time controlling herself, we need to bring her right back around on our left-hand side, put her in a sit. We're going to step on that lead attached to her collar, and we can hold the other one in our hand, and we can allow the person to approach. Now when she's in the sit position, we want to continue talking to her. She gets up, no, she has to go back to a sit. Once she does that, let her know. Good sit, good Girl Scout, good sit. The person can come closer. If you find that she's trying to get up, she's a little bit fidgety, continue to talk to her, remind her of what she's doing. If she decides to jump, she's going to try to get herself up, but she's physically not going to be able to do that. What's the next step? Standing. Oh, they don't want me to stand. What's the next step? Sitting. Perfect. We want her to sit. So it's basically a waiting game. If we have a dog that's very jumpy, bouncing all over the place, it is hard to control them, especially if you have another person around. So if the other if the other things don't work, ignoring, removing yourself, things like that, then you can try this other alternative of having 2 leashes, one on her collar that you can step on to prevent her from actually jumping up, and another one up here at the top part of her neck. Please let me know, or whoever in the office, how it's working for you. If not, we can always come up with another game plan. And she's been very patient with me here. So I think we're going to wrap this up and let her go back and play with her puppy friends. So this has been Nicole here with Scout. We've been talking about how to curb some jumping problems. We'll see you later. Bye! That's it.